Thank you, Jessica. Next, we have Fraud and Risk Analyst Specialist Janell Portare presenting from the Chief Accounting Division to discuss fraud prevention and detection.
Thank you, Chriselle. The management questionnaire was developed to help identify insider fraud risks, potential material supervisory concerns, red flags, or other issues earlier in the examination process. This helps protect credit unions and reduce potential losses to the share insurance fund. The questionnaire can also increase the NCUA's offsite work capabilities and assist examiners in conducting more efficient examinations. Beginning on January 1st of this year, examiners began sending the management questionnaire along with the items needed list. Credit unions can expect to receive the questionnaire at least 4 weeks before the exam begins, at the same time as their items needed list. An email announcing the implementation of the management questionnaire was sent to credit unions from the Office of Examination and Insurance on December 20th, 2022. The NCUA developed this questionnaire after reviewing similar questionnaires used by other federal and state regulators. We also conducted a pilot of the questionnaire in 2021 and used its feedback to refine our questions and focus on the most significant risks while minimizing burden to credit unions. There are 2 sections in this questionnaire. The first is the anti-fraud program section, which is primarily for the credit union to assess its own anti-fraud program and policies, and could also be used to generate discussions during the exam. The second section is called the Board of Directors, Management, and Business Associates. This is where questions are asked that can lead to material supervisory concerns such as insider abuse, fraud red flags, conflicts of interest or nepotism, or other concerns. There are 2 versions of the questionnaire, one for risk-focused exams and one for the small credit union examination program. The questions are similar, but the SCUP version is refined to address issues that are more applicable to small credit unions. Examiners will review the responses to the questionnaire with a focus on the items mentioned previously: material supervisory concerns, fraud or conflict of interest red flags, insider fraud risks, or other matters. By reviewing the responses in advance of the exam, examiners can update the exam scope as appropriate. Credit unions using the Modernized Examination and Risk Identification Tool, or MERIT, can receive the questionnaire and respond directly through MERIT survey function. Examiners will provide electronic copies of the questionnaire to credit unions that do not currently use MERIT, and credit unions will return it directly to their examiner. Because responses may include sensitive information, we recommend using a secure method to return the electronic version of the questionnaire to the examiner. Credit unions that complete the questionnaire through MERIT survey function do not need to take any additional precautions due to the security and privacy protections built into MERIT. The questionnaire will be used in all full-scope exams the NCUA participates in. Credit unions are only required to complete one similar questionnaire per examination. If a state supervisory agency uses a similar questionnaire, the federal and state examiners will coordinate to decide which questionnaire the credit union will complete. Your examiner will select the due date for the questionnaire, which will typically be before the exam begins. This will allow the examiner to review the responses, follow up with any questions, and make any refinements to the exam scope, which will increase overall exam efficiencies. The NCUA encourages credit unions to complete the questionnaire to the best of your knowledge. If your credit union needs to make any changes to answers or if any information changes before the examination is completed, please contact your examiner. Examiners can reissue the questionnaire in MERIT or receive supplemental electronic versions if needed. This concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Janell.